Hey everyone, me Kevin here. I just realized a massive paradox on my YouTube channel, and it's something I want to share with you because it's created quite a bit of a struggle for me, but I think I have the solution. I want to know your opinion on it after I explain this paradox, and it's wild. It's something I would have never expected. So, back in the day, people would always leave comments and be like, Kevin, you post like 5 videos a day. You should focus on quality over quantity. And so people regularly say that when they see a lot of quantity and maybe don't necessarily consider that it is possible to have quality and quantity. But forget that for a moment. Instead, consider this. What I realized over the last few weeks of trying this thing out where I make one video that has a good amount of information, but then has some nice visual editing to it, where it's got some more B-roll or it's got some nice overlays, where we spend more time editing it and then presenting maybe a better put together video. What I actually found is the more time we spent in editing, the lower the sort of newsiness of the video was, which to some extent actually lowered some of the quality because the information was delayed. But it wasn't just that. I noticed when I was posting less videos, I actually would have to choose what information to put in the video, so I'm putting out net less information. And on top of that, when I'm putting out less information, I'm spending more time explaining information to sort of a broader audience to catch people up to the same level of understanding where maybe us regular viewers already are, and then that's redundant to the regular viewers. So there's this really weird paradox that I discovered on my channel, where essentially if I post fewer videos, the visual quality might be higher, but the actual quality I think is lower because you're getting less depth and you're getting less timeliness. So you're getting later information with less depth, but it is more visually appealing. And then I realized what kind of drove me in that direction was, well, first of all, those people leaving comments like, oh my gosh, you post 5 videos a day. Have you considered quality over quantity? But then also that same sort of level of simplicity, finding myself affected by it, seeing these other YouTube content creators who could make a video and kind of do the sit down, guys, you need to hustle. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they get like 1 million views and it's like, what? What did I just watch? You spent like 10 minutes watching a video. You're like, what the hell? I learned absolutely nothing except, oh yeah, man, that guy's cool and I'm gonna be a, top G. What the hell? So I gotta realize I'm not gonna cater to that audience. I've got to cater to people, in my opinion, who are doctors, attorneys, people who value their time more so than somebody who has a lot of time. And every video they watch, they want in-depth new information. And I think I'm resonating with my audience in saying that most of you are like, Kevin, I want the deep dive perspective I'm not getting on CNBC or Bloomberg or Fox or CNN, whatever. We don't have to agree all the time, but I want, as quickly as possible, the most valuable information. And if I choose to watch more of your content, then give me that option. So I think I've, at the same time as discovering this sort of Meet Kevin paradox, I'm gonna call it, which the Meet Kevin paradox is the less I post, the less quality, which is weird, right? So in other words, the more I post, there's a limit to this. Obviously, if I post 100 videos a day, the quality is going to suffer again. I think it's like a bell curve, right? So the bell curve's probably like 3 or 4 videos a day is probably like top quality and top value. And then if I post, 10 videos a day, that quality starts suffering again, right? Whereas I post 1 video a day or 1 video every 2 days, it's too little. So that's probably the Meet Kevin paradox curve. We're discovering this together. But the second thing is, well, of course, I have to respect my audience as well, and I think I have a grasp, so correct me if I'm wrong. But the other thing that I've realized is I've actually felt anxious again, and this is really weird because when I've been doing the Meet Kevin report, I had no anxiety. It was great. It was like 90 days of no anxiety. And now that was really hard because it was waking up at 3 or 4 a.m. every single day to provide for a 1 to 2 hour live stream in the morning and try to get that content out and while providing high quality value. I'm always thinking value per minute. I've got to respect the people who are watching. You know, these aren't high schoolers with a lot of time, nothing against high schoolers, but these are people with lives and children, like, get to the point. And so what's weird is when I was doing the Meet Kevin report, no anxiety. Before Meet Kevin report, anxiety. After Meet Kevin report, anxiety. So in other words, I got to flip-flop again. I got to go back to the Meet Kevin report. And now I know that, and I apologize for this, you know, I know that it may seem like I change my mind a lot on the channel because, well, I do. And it may seem like I'm inconsistent because, well, lately I have been. But it's because I'm constantly trying to figure out what's the right answer. And there's really no role model for me. I'm trying to figure this all out alone. There's no role model for House Hack. There's no role model for a YouTuber with an ETF. There's no role model for somebody making an AI productivity course rather than, here are 10 tools to use that'll make you more productive. And then you're like, no, they don't, right? So like, there's no precedent for this, but there's also no precedent for live streaming content and bringing this deep dive financial analysis to YouTube on a regular basis multiple times a day and providing value that I feel like is as neutral as we possibly can be. So it's hard. And I'm not trying to say like, woe is me. Like, we all have hardships in our lives, but I think what we find is the higher the level of uncertainty, the more we're likely to flip-flop and change our minds, right? Like when things are going great, we're like, we got this on lock. This is what we do all day, every day. Duh, because things are going great. But when things are fluid and in flux, then of course that's where change is required. I think as Kevin O'Leary told everyone in the Kevin O'Leary interview, it is a requirement of someone in business to be able to change your mind. It's not an option to be a flip-flopper, it's a requirement. You have to be able to change. So this Meet Kevin paradox that I realized just over the last few days of sort of thinking and planning for the AI course and starting to film for the AI course, which again is free for the existing course members, and you can lock that in as well before June 1st. That's when we're gonna release the content. We'll have another price increase. But all that aside, I think the best thing to do is go back to the regular Meet Kevin report. So I'm gonna try something. And again, I might change my mind again, but again, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna stop worrying about individual video views. I'm going to focus heavily on what can I do to make sure I'm providing the best value possible. At the same time, if I can maybe minimize some of the drama in the titles, I'm gonna do that as well. See, when you make one video, the title's gotta be really dramatic because you want all of the world to watch it because you think you're providing the best value. But maybe if I post more videos, maybe they don't all need really exciting titles. So maybe we could scale that back a little bit, because I want to be very transparent with my audience. It's not easy figuring out exactly how to provide the best value, because I'll tell you, if I do a YouTube video title that's like a fundamental analysis on Palantir, nobody's gonna click on it. Whereas it's like, Palantir to $30. Oh, why, right? Palantir to $0. Why? And I hate you, right? So there is a balance. But I'm going to try to balance all of these things together. In addition to balancing all of this, what I'd like to do is start with the Meet Kevin report again. So we'll bring back the Meet Kevin report for as long as I can. I want to start again. 4:20 in the morning is when I'll start, and I'll stop around 6:15. So we'll get about an hour 15, hour 50, to about 2 hours in. And then after the Meet Kevin report, we'll go to the course member live stream. So course member live streams had a very consistent start time, but whether or not we do this Meet Kevin report has not been very consistent. So I'd like to do that. We're going to bring it back. This is why. We'll go back to some more videos, and I think this will be a fair explanation for why, because of the Meet Kevin paradox. I don't know. Let me know what you think, and if you've got advice on this, I'd love to hear it. I'm always happy to share advice with you, like StreamYard. You should check out StreamYard by going to metkevin.com/StreamYard. It's a fantastic way to record videos and also throw up overlays over the screen, whether you want to put banners along the bottom or you want to put yourself into a little box like this. It's kind of cool. StreamYard lets you do all of this scrolling banners, highlight comments, you name it. It's a phenomenal platform. You should be using it if you're not already to record meetings, record offline content, live stream, multi-stream, you name it. It's fantastic. metkevin.com/StreamYard. It is a paid promotion. Check it out. But thanks so much for watching this video, and folks, we'll see you in the next one. Good luck. Now, I want you to know this. When it comes to AI, time is what's going to make you money. And if you can prove that value to an employer, you'll always be able to be employed. So this is another way of making sure that you don't get replaced